The week had drained me completely. Work had consumed every bit of my energy, leaving barely a moment for anything else. Even the weekends blurred together, filled with chores, errands, and the elusive pursuit of sleep that never seemed to come. Jessica, my wife, had been distant for some time. I tried to chalk it up to stress, but deep down I felt the unease simmering between us. Tonight, though, felt different. We had carved out a rare evening together, dinner, a glass of wine, maybe a movie, a chance to reconnect after weeks of disconnected days. I came home exhausted, craving a simple night with her. But when I opened the door, Jessica greeted me with a polite smile that didn't quite reach her eyes. "Hey babe," she said softly, her voice careful. "I'm not really up for tonight. Maybe another time." Her words hit harder than I expected. We'd been drifting apart, and all I wanted was to feel her close again, to hold her, to remind her of the love that once felt so effortless. I nodded, trying to hide my disappointment, but she saw through me anyway. "Not a problem," I said lightly, placing my keys on the counter. "We can just stay in." Jessica's smile seemed forced, and her next words only deepened the distance. "I'll be in the other room," she said. I tried to settle into the quiet of the house, but it felt strange, too silent, too empty. I flicked through TV channels aimlessly, searching for distraction. After a while, I heard footsteps in the hallway. It was Kelly, Jessica's twin sister. Kelly had always been part of our lives, different from Jessica in every way. More spontaneous, braver, less bound by routines. She was the spark, the one who could make anyone laugh, the one who could turn a dull evening into something lively. Tonight, however, there was something different. Her presence carried a subtle weight I hadn't noticed before. "Hey David," she said, warm as always, but there was a glint in her eyes, something I couldn't place. "How's it going?" "Good, just passing the time." "Jessica's not really up for anything tonight," I replied, trying to sound normal. Kelly nodded knowingly and smiled, lingering just a moment too long. She stepped closer and sat beside me on the couch. "Mind if I hang out for a bit?" I said yes, forcing a casual grin, though a strange tension hung in the air. We talked, first about trivial things, then about life, laughter, memories. It was comforting in a way until her tone shifted. "You know," she said softly, leaning in, "I've always admired how close you and Jessica are. You were always so in love." I blinked, unsure of where this was headed. "Thanks, Kelly. I still love her, but I don't know what's happening with us." Her gaze searched mine, probing deeper than words could reach. "I get it. Things change. People change. But sometimes, maybe the spark just needs a little nudge." A shiver ran down my spine. The words, the way she said them, made my heart pound. Was she suggesting what I thought she was? "You're not saying," I started, but the sentence died in my throat. Kelly's smile wasn't playful. It was deliberate. "I'm just saying, David, sometimes you have to make things happen yourself." Before I could respond, a voice called softly from the other room. "What are you two talking about?" It was Jessica. She appeared in the doorway, her expression unreadable. There was no anger, no confrontation, only a strange calm. "I was just keeping David company," Kelly said lightly, shrugging as if nothing unusual had happened. "Is that okay?" Jessica didn't answer immediately. She paused, then silently returned to the other room, her steps quiet but intentional. I sat frozen, my mind racing. What had just happened? Was I imagining things? But Kelly's gaze was fixed on me again, and now it carried a weight I hadn't seen before. Something dangerous, something enticing. "You should take a chance, David," she whispered, leaning closer. "Don't you want to feel wanted?" My pulse quickened. My instincts screamed to stop, to step back. But she was so close, so insistent. And then she whispered again. "If Jessica can't give you what you need, maybe I can." The room seemed to shrink around me. The thought of being with Kelly, Jessica's own twin, felt both impossible and magnetic. Deep down, I knew crossing that line could shatter everything. Love, trust, family, loyalty.